everybody, welcome to this week's video review session with No Bones About It Puppy Day School. We are focused this week on what we call either the reward zone or the fun zone. And what that is a space that we are teaching your puppy to love to be and to give us upward eye contact. So specifically that location is sitting at our side, facing the same direction, toes are lined up with your toes. In the old school, we used to call this sort of a heel position or a perfect heel position. So we don't really use the heel word specifically that much anymore. What we really want to teach a dog is to love to walk next to us, not crossing in front, not behind, not pulling us, not stopping, and to check in with us and give us eye contact. And in brief occasions, to be able to walk really closely next to us and avoid distractions like other people walking or other dogs. So that's kind of what our goal is here. And the concept that I really want to make sure you understand is that while we are teaching this reward zone or fun zone, and we are teaching that dog to give us immense amounts of concentration, meaning that they're sitting at our side, they are looking at us, they are learning that that is a fabulous place. That is not what my goal is on a outdoor walk with a puppy. An outdoor walk with a puppy should be a lot of stopping and sniffing and investigating things. That is how they're learning about their world. We are making it fun. We are pairing things that might make them uncomfortable with lots of positive reinforcement. And we are practicing this reward zone indoors in a non-distracting environment until the dog is really good at it. And then we're gonna start kind of practicing little bits and pieces when we are outside, maybe just on a deck or a familiar location. When we start utilizing this intensive sort of attention, that will happen down the road when they're better at this skill. So one of the analogies that I think is so fabulous when we're talking about this is when you learn to drive a car, you have to pay attention to every single little detail in the mechanics of it. You are you're holding onto the steering wheel, you're learning when to press the brake, when to accelerate, a light comes, a stop sign, how do you approach that? Every little part of your brain is working on overdrive. That is the way that outdoor walking is for your dog. There are so many things to think about, and there are so many things that are way more exciting than you. Sorry, but that is the truth. And as you get more adept at driving a car, you stop forgetting about the mechanics of it. That's why you can change the radio station, and you just intuitively know, to glance over and like change lanes. Like, you're not really thinking about all the mechanics of driving the car. It is muscle memory. So when a dog gets better and better and better at the reward zone and the fun zone area, then we can start to take that on the road, because they can still look around and investigate their world, but the being next to your side part becomes much more of a muscle memory. So it doesn't elevate stress, it doesn't make it difficult. So for now, think about this as a skill that we are building a foundation for, and I'm gonna tell you how to start morphing that into your everyday walks. So let me just start off and give you a really quick idea of how this is gonna work. I'm gonna show you in the videos how to get your puppy sitting at your side. They're going to be here. I do it on my left. Does it matter if you do left or right? I don't really care. Pick one side though, and always practice on that side in the beginning, again, until the dog gets better. So I'm gonna have the dogs on my left. I am going to hold if I have a leash on, and you don't necessarily have to in the beginning, especially if you're inside, but eventually you are gonna have a leash. So let's assume we have a leash. Here's my dog on my left. I am going to hold the leash in my right hand, and I'm going to have a whole handful of treats in my right hand. So they are ready to go. So here is my left hand, here is my dog on my left side. I'm going to take a treat out of this hand and I'm going to place it on my hip or the seam of my pants, especially if my dog's shorter, it might have to come down more mid-thigh level. And I am going to wait for that dog to give me upward glance. As soon as they do, I'm gonna use my marker word yes. I'm gonna slide that cookie down and pop it right into the dog's mouth. I'm not gonna do anything weird with my wrist. It really just, again, grab a cookie, comes to the hip, comes straight down, and boom, right into the dog's mouth, just like that. So I need to make sure my treats are very, very small, and ideally that they are soft so that your dog can put them in their mouth, swallow them, no chewing, and we can move on to the next one, because I'm immediately gonna reload. As soon as I deliver that treat, I'm reloading, I'm putting that treat back on my hip. And what I wanna make sure is that I'm doing this fast enough in the beginning that your dog doesn't decide to just get up and go do something else. I might shoot for delivering 4 or 5 treats in a row. So dog looks at me, yes, treat, grab a new one, yes, treat, every time I get eye contact, and then 4 or 5 treats, and I'm gonna say, okay, good job. And I'm gonna back away, and I'll give him a break, maybe I'll do some hand targets, some name games, and then I will start over. So we're gonna practice this a couple minutes at a time. Don't spend an enormous amount. Again, this is really, really difficult for your dogs to do for long periods of time. So make sure you're mixing it up with some movement, some fun things, and then we'll be able to, over the next couple weeks or days, we'll start moving into the movement portion of this exercise. So I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.